Good evening. My name is Nathan Cavedo, Media and Communications Manager for the Merced County Office of Education. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the virtual 2020 Merced County Excellence in Education Awards Recognition Ceremony. Before we begin, I would like to let the audience know that this pre-recorded event adhered to all public health safety guidelines, including social distancing, our production crew and guests wearing face coverings, and limiting the number of people in the event space. The health and safety of our honorees in our community is important, and we will do our part to slow the spread of COVID-19. With that being said, this evening we will honor 22 individuals who represent the profession's best of the best in the largest honors competition for education in the state. These people exemplify the qualities of thousands of teachers, administrators, and school employees who work with Merced County's 60,000 students each day. This event is designed to focus attention on the people who teach in Merced County's classrooms and those who support the instructional programs, manage schools, and lead staff. The honorees were each selected by their own schools, districts, or departments, and they exemplify the dedication, professionalism, and caring that leads to student success. I would like to welcome Merced County Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Steve Tejan, to share his thoughts on the work these amazing educators, administrators, and school employees do for Merced County students.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us to celebrate educators and school employees from across Merced County. I'm Steve Tejan, Merced County Superintendent of Schools, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the virtual 2020 Merced County Excellence in Education Awards recognition. We would normally have a large event at the Merced Theater to celebrate all of our honorees with their families, friends, students, and other honored guests, but this year we must host a virtual event. These past 6 months have been difficult for all of us and have shown us what an integral part our schools play in every community. To the teachers and school staff out there tuning in tonight, my sincerest thanks for all you have done to foster the continuity of learning and for keeping your students engaged. We know how complicated distance learning can be for students and families, and the work our schools do now will shape our students for years to come. We have learned that while students have the technology skills to cope effectively with distance learning, we know that students are missing the emotional support they receive on a daily basis when in school. There's no substitute for the supportive behavior teachers, administrators, and staff provide to students when they gather in schools. I can comfortably say that we are looking forward to the day when all students will be able to return to their classrooms. To our students and parents that are watching tonight, I say thank you for working right alongside of Merced County educators as we develop new and innovative ways to meet students' learning needs during this ongoing public health crisis. This virtual event wouldn't be possible without the support of MCOE staff, from events, Stacy Arancibia and Patty Espinoza, and from our communications team in MeTV, Dylan McMullen, Nate Gomes, and Hector Ramirez. A huge thank you to all of them. Our event sponsor is a true supporter of education across Central California, Educational Employees Credit Union. EECU has supported educational employee recognition programs for many years, not only in Merced County, but in Fresno, Tulare, Madera, and Kings counties as well. EECU's sponsorship is the reason we are able to gather tonight for the 15th year. You heard that right, 15 years of ongoing support. Thank you to EECU. Please welcome Educational Employees Credit Union President and CEO, Beth Dooley.
Hi, I'm Beth Dooley, President and CEO of Educational Employees Credit Union. We're proud to sponsor the Merced County Excellence in Education Awards program, which honors outstanding teachers, administrators, and school employees here in Merced County. I'd like to thank Superintendent Steve Tejan and his staff for the considerable efforts that they have put in to transform this event into a virtual awards ceremony that is just as special and meaningful as the traditional in-person event. During these last few months, we've all been through a great deal, learning how to do some new things, like wearing masks and social distancing, doing other things in a new way, like working remotely and celebrating family events on Zoom, and doing without other things, like how long can we really go without a haircut? But through it all, we've learned a lot, including how resilient we all really are. So although the pandemic has physically separated us, we've learned how to use technology to bring us all back together again. And while we're not in the same room this evening, we are able to join together virtually to celebrate excellence in education. As the parent of a child in school, I see the efforts that teachers, administrators, and school employees are making to ensure that children have access to the learning resources that they need and that they're receiving a quality education, even if they're not in the classroom. None of us have been through anything like this before, so there really is no playbook for reference. And yet, at every level in the education system, people are adapting and finding new ways to support, engage, and teach our youth. Those who work in the field of education really do go above and beyond to ensure that their students are able to succeed. They're committed to providing their students with a quality education and the best school experience possible. So on behalf of everyone here at EECU, I'd like to extend my sincere thanks and appreciation to all of the honorees for the great work that they're doing in these very challenging times. Thank you, and please enjoy this virtual experience.
Thank you, Dr. Tejan and Mrs. Dooley. Without the support of EECU, this event would not be possible. This event stems from the California Department of Education's Teacher of the Year program, which highlights educational innovation, student learning, and the rewards of teaching. This program also pays tribute to California's teaching force, the complexity of challenges that confront our schools, and the need to promote collaboration and teamwork to meet those challenges. The process results in the annual selection of 5 experienced teachers throughout California who reflect the diversity of our teachers and students. Here in Merced County, we began recognizing outstanding teachers 15 years ago, and we are thrilled that during the past few years, we were able to expand our recognition to include school employees and school administrators. Tonight, we will introduce you to all the district honorees, as well as highlight the county winners for Merced County School Employee of the Year, School Administrator of the Year, and Teacher of the Year. Before we get to that portion of the program, let's take a moment to recognize the 2020 Excellence in Education Selection Committee. These individuals took the time to read through the numerous applications and make the difficult decision on selecting this year's county winners from a highly qualified list of honorees. Please join me in acknowledging Steve Russos, Irene Beatty, and Matthew Serrato. Thank you for your time and support. As a token of thanks and recognition of each honoree's commitment to our schools and students, each district winner is presented with a picture of the Excellence in Education sculpture, and the county winners will receive the commencement sculpture created by well-known sculptor and artist Clement Renzi. Clement also created the sculpture that adorns the entrance to the MCOE office on 13th Street. Clement passed away in 2009, but his memory lives on through these artistic works. Now to recognize our honorees. We will begin with school employees, then school administrators, and finally, our teachers. Let's learn more about our school employee honorees.
The first Excellence in Education School Employee honoree is Nelson Vieira Denny's from the Atwater Elementary School District. Nelson is the head custodian at Bellevue Elementary and takes great pride in his campus. Nelson is proactive in his efforts to improve the campus, going above and beyond expectations, demonstrating his excellence in education. Nelson is a beloved member of the team whom students and teachers look forward to seeing each day. Congratulations, Nelson.
Our next honoree is DONNA McDaniels from the Dos Palos-ORO LOMA Joint Unified School District. DONNA is a custodian at Dos Palos High School, Dos Palos Elementary, and Dos Palos Preschool. She is a hardworking member of the district staff and strives to ensure all of her sites are ready for students. Recently retired, Miss Donna, as the students call her, works with a nonprofit foundation to provide services to at-risk youth and collaborates with Dos Palos High School to raise funds for college scholarships and other educational opportunities. Congratulations, Donna.
Our next honoree is Carolina Caro Ojeda from El Nido Elementary School District. As the assistant cook in El Nido, it is Caro's job to ensure students are healthy and happy, and that starts with a nutritious meal. Carl loves being part of the El Nido team and is responsible for preparing meals for more than 160 students. No task is ever too hard, and she is always willing to support what work needs to be done to ensure a safe and clean cafeteria. Congratulations, Carl.
Our next honoree is Andrea Verdon from Gustine Unified School District. Andrea is a secretary at Gustine High School and has the responsibility of running the main office and making sure the day-to-day operations run smoothly. Andrea's impact on education is her ability to reach out to students and parents and make them feel welcome. She hopes that the impact she has made on parents, students, and the school is long-lasting. At Gustine High School, the motto is "Be the difference," and Andrea wants to make sure she is a difference in the lives of each and every student that walks through the doors. Congratulations, Andrea.
Our next honoree is Lorena Barola from Merced County Office of Education's Early Education Department. As the program supervisor for the Enrollment and Referral Program, it is Lorena's job to work with child care providers who are eager to deliver high-quality learning and educational settings to young learners. Lorena's customers and adults are working to expand their child care business and become eligible as providers. Her knowledge of child development, organizational skills, and high level of efficiency has exemplified her competency in the field of education. Congratulations, Lorena.
Our next honoree is Dorothy Calvino from Weaver Union School District. Dorothy is a counselor at Pioneer Elementary, where she provides a solid foundation in social-emotional learning. Utilizing those skills, along with behavior modification, anger and anxiety management techniques, and communication and listening skills, students become more motivated, engaged, collaborative, and present. Dorothy also believes that fostering good teacher-parent communication is important to the social-emotional well-being of the student and ultimately sees improvement in their achievements. Congratulations, Dorothy. And now I'd like to introduce you to Merced County's 2020 School Employee of the Year. Maricela Perez comes to us from the Merced Union High School District. The superintendent is Alan Peterson. Maricela is Atwater High School's Community Resource Liaison. And let's spend a few minutes learning more about Maricela.
When I became principal at Atwater High School, the previous principal, Mr. Johnston, said there's somebody you have to meet as he's making introductions, and Ms. Perez was one of the first people that he introduced me to. He said, this is one of our most important people on the campus. You need to come in, need to get to know her, and he was right. And I've had a great working relationship with Ms. Perez ever since.
Maricela is very genuine, and I think that's one of the reasons why parents and students and staff members easily connect with her. She's passionate about helping, and you can see that right away. One of the reasons why she deserves this award is because she goes above and beyond. She invests time outside the work hours to follow up with students to make sure their needs are met. She truly cares about making a difference, and it's not just academics.
Some of the qualities are her commitment to students, her commitment to our community, her passion for bringing students and parents and involving them in the education system. She provides a warm, welcoming parent resource center for our parents and for our students, just a place that they can go to get support and help when they need it.
What I like most about my job is the connection I develop with parents, the staff, and with everyone in general, and being able to help. Growing up, I wanted to do this. I wanted to be able to help students because I remember how difficult it was for me when I first got here. And I was one of the kids that had to go back to Mexico at the end of the, like in December, because there was no work for my dad here or our family. So I dropped out of school and I went back, then I got my GED, and that's when I decided, definitely, I have to help some kids and make them realize how important education is.
I would say she's one of the most valued Falcons at Atwater High School. She does so many things around school, and she always has that positive outlook towards everything, and that's contagious.
She is what I would consider a critical link in our school community. She has a passion for what she does. She's extremely supportive. She goes above and beyond. She advocates. She's not afraid to speak up. She will do whatever is necessary to get the job done. And sometimes we almost have to encourage her. We can work on this tomorrow, Ms. Perez, because she wants to get things done. Her work ethic is amazing.
I like people to be honest with me, so that's something I give to them. And I try to be there for them whenever they need me, and I think that the best way to build those relationships is to be able to go to the extra mile for them, and follow through. I think that's the key to success for anybody.
I think those who know Marisela know that she has a very generous heart, that she's passionate about reaching out and making a difference. And she knows that if we work as a team, we get better results with the students.
I would just say that Ms. Perez is highly deserving of any recognition that is bestowed upon her. She's not one that seeks recognition, but she is definitely one that we are all very proud of her and supportive of her receiving this recognition. Very happy for her.
Buenas tardes. I just want to say thank you for this great honor. I would like to give special thanks to those who nominated me and selected me for this award. I imagine there were so many others who deserved it as well. It is such a great feeling to be recognized, even though when we work, we don't do it with the intent to be recognized. We do it because we love what we do. But it does feel pretty good to receive this award. I want to keep this short and simple. I'd like to say thank you to everyone that I've worked with, everyone that has been a part of the team that makes our campus community relationship special. Atwater High has been my home for 30 years, and the staff has been my second family. Together, we have accomplished many goals, changed many students' lives, empowered parents, and improved the relationship between our school and community. This couldn't have happened without all of us working together. It really takes a team. So even though I'm the one receiving the award today, this award also belongs to the parents, students, teachers, staff, and administration, because without everybody's contribution, I couldn't have done it. But let me tell you, I love my job. I relate to many of our students. I know how difficult it is to be an English learner. When I first arrived from Mexico and enrolled in school, I was scared, lost, and insecure. But Ms. Ortiz, the bilingual aide who met with me once a week, made time for me and showed me that she cared, not only about my academics, but she cared about me as a person. And that changed my life. I knew then that that's what I wanted to do for others. So now, when a new student comes to school, or I meet a parent who feels scared, lost, and insecure, I can't help but to see myself and my family all over again. And that's why it's important to me that they know that they can always count on me when they set foot at Atwater High. Earlier, I mentioned my campus family, but it's also very important to thank my support at home. Thank you, my wonderful husband, Adam, who never complained about the long hours or weekend parenting workshops or the evening phone calls with parents, because that's the only time I can get a hold of them. And to my babies, who are not babies anymore, I'm so proud of them. I thank them for being my motivation. This award is for you guys too. Thank you again for this amazing recognition. The 2019-20 school started off like any other year. And by mid-March, our lives changed drastically. We're still trying to adapt. I believe that as a community, we'll work together to overcome these difficult times, and we'll only be stronger because of it. For I've learned that there's no obstacle that can stop you if you put hard work and dedication into everything you do. Sí se puede. Gracias.
Thank you and congratulations, Marisela. Next, let's learn about our school administrators.
The first honoree for school administrator is Lindsay Olds from the Atwater Elementary School District. Lindsay is the principal at Peggy Heller Elementary and is described as an outstanding leader with a true heart for education. Her enthusiasm and passion for creating a positive school environment and her varied school experience have led to numerous positive changes at the school site and district. In 2019, Peggy Heller was named a California Distinguished School, one of only 3 schools in Merced County. Congratulations, Lindsay.
The next honoree is Alma De Luna from Livingston Union School District. Alma is the principal of YAMATO Colony Elementary and is described as a hands-on leader who does not hesitate to roll up her sleeves when it comes to engaging parents and staff in a constructive and meaningful way. Alma supports her teachers as learning professionals with a focus on doing what is best for students. As a result, staff is cohesive, engaged, and makes a positive difference for students. Their work is evident in significant increases in academic achievement scores, attendance, and low discipline rates. Congratulations, Alma.
Our next honoree is Cindy Heaton from the Merced County Office of Education's Special Education Department. Cindy is a director of special education at MCOE and has decades of experience working with students and families. Cindy has brought together staff in preschool through transition age classrooms and created a strong, coherent family of educators. By being in the classrooms, facilitating conversations, and involving staff in decisions, she has allowed them to be creative in providing special education programs and services to students and families. Congratulations, Cindy.
Our next honoree is Barbara Tanzio from the Merced Union High School District. Barbara is a program administrator for career technical education and dual enrollment. Barbara is a liaison between the district office and school sites to ensure that the CTE programs and pathway goals for students are clearly identified and successful. Barbara also oversees the articulation and dual enrollment with Merced College. Though Barbara is a behind-the-scenes worker, her quality of work never goes unnoticed. Congratulations, Barbara. Merced County's 2020 School Administrator of the Year is Rhonda Sullivan. Rhonda is the Director of Food Services at the PALOS-ORO LOMA Joint Unified School District. The Superintendent is Dr. Justin Miller. Let's take a few minutes to get to know Rhonda through her video.
As a leader, what makes Rhonda so special is that she walks the walk. Leadership means everything, and Rhonda did not blink at all when the pandemic happened. It's just, this is what we have to do. And she started working with different departments and school sites to set up locations to be able to meet the needs of students in different areas of the community. And they were serving, I think, approximately about 1,400 meals a day.
I think Rhonda was chosen because she is a very hard worker and she really loves her job. She throws everything she has into it. Rhonda really cares about the students. She is always here to give them a smile or a hug. She wants to make sure not one kid leaves hungry.
As Director of Food Service, you have many roles. There's not just one. I guess my most important job is to make sure that the kids are fed and that the staff is taken care of. Then you go into what else do the kids need? You know, you walk in the cafeteria and they need a hug. Just walk around and talk to the kids and make sure that they know that somebody cares. I think that's the biggest role that anyone in a school district can have. When I got into this position, our reimbursable meal counts were so low that we've been able to raise them up to almost 85% daily. My job is all about our students. I love the staff, I love everybody, but to see what I've seen in the 26 years I've been here, you know that the students have to come first. You have to pay attention. If you don't pay attention to your students, you're almost defeating the purpose of having a job in education. Well, I want everybody to know that I'm a lifer. I didn't come into this community brand new. I have been here all of my life. My parents graduated here, my siblings graduated here, my kids graduated here, and now my grandkids are going to graduate from here.
She tells everyone when you see the kid come in the morning, you serve them with a smile. That might be the only smile that they get all day. She does everything for everyone. She's a giver. She'll give her time, her everything she's got to anyone. That's just who she is.
Every decision that she makes is associated with the student as the end goal. She has a passion for nutrition and the impact that it has on children. I couldn't ask for a better food services director than Rhonda. Again, she just takes so much ownership in what she does. She's a true leader in every sense of the word, and she cares. She cares about the students, she cares about her employees. They know that, and that's why they work so hard for her. That's why we have such a good food services program, because they're a great team, and it's a reflection of their leadership. Our moniker is all in for DPOL, and no matter what comes up, no matter what it is, Rhonda is all in. She's all in for the district, she's all in for the community. I can't say enough about her and what she has done and what she does on a daily basis to make this district better and the community. And again, she has a good heart and she is extremely accountable.
Good evening. I never expected to be here accepting such an honor. I would like to thank the EECU for giving me the honor of being this year's Merced County Administrator of the Year. Thank you to the PALOS-ORO LOMA School District for nominating me for this award. We have such good administrators in the district. I am completely humbled by this. Thank you to Ms. May Yang. While working for the PALOS Schools District, we worked very closely together to find ways to keep the food service department in the black. Not only was she my supervisor, but she was also my friend, who always made time for me no matter what problems came up. She was always there. Thank you to Dr. Justin Miller, who has made sure that through this pandemic, all of the food service needs were met, and for having an open door policy, always open to listen to concerns that come up throughout the day. I am a lifer to the community of Dos Palos, which means that my parents, myself, my siblings, and my sons have all graduated from the Dos Palos School District. And now my grandchildren are attending Dos Palos schools. I remember going to the cafeteria when I was young, and my sister and myself would go to the back door and knock on it. My grandma was the head cook there, so she would open up the door and give us a kiss before we would go to school. When you got to the 5th grade, they would pick a classroom that would be able to serve for the whole week in the cafeteria. You would always be so excited to serve, knowing that you would get to eat at the grown-up table. In 1993, I started subbing for the cafeteria, and in 1994, I was hired as a dishwasher. At that time, I would have never thought I would end up in this position. But after my first day working for the district, I knew working in a school setting was my calling. I loved talking to the students and putting a smile on their faces. Even now, when I see a student that has graduated and they are bringing their child or children to school, they'll tell their children, "She was here when I went to school." Seeing them light up, knowing that they're thinking, "She must be old." Or when you go into a store and you see a student and they ask you, "Do you remember me?" And you say their name and they light up thinking, "She does remember me." These are the moments that make you think, maybe I've made a difference. One of the best parts of the position I have now is getting to talk to the students, to find out their likes and dislikes, and making the menus to accommodate their preferences. The students see that you have put something on the menu and them telling you, "You did listen to us." I feel anyone can be a leader, but to be a good leader, you need to be able to listen to people, not only hearing them, but truly listen. Care about what you're doing, showing respect. To get respect, you must show respect. And teamwork. In closing, I would like to thank my husband for putting up with my crazy hours and the pressure that I deal with that sometimes comes home with me. I'd like to thank my dad and my mom who taught us that when you have a job to do, make sure that you always give 100% and never quit. Last but not least, the biggest thank you is to the food service staff in Dos Palos. You have all shown that in a time of crisis, you are willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that our students have a meal. You have worked tirelessly since March, and it has been very much appreciated by not only myself, but the whole community. It takes teamwork to make the dream work, and you guys have made my dream work. Thanks again to EECU for letting me stand up here tonight to represent the PALOS-ORO LOMA School District and all of the food service workers in Merced County that have made sure that all children in the county are fed. Lunch lady and men, you rock.
Thank you and congratulations to Rhonda. Our final category of the evening is our teachers. Let's learn more about our honorees and announce the 2020 Merced County Teacher of the Year.
Our first teacher honoree is Thomas Westerdahl from the Atwater Elementary School District. Thomas is an industrial arts teacher at Mitchell Senior and enjoys teaching 7th and 8th grade exploring technology. He helps students expand their knowledge base to explore and identify their natural talent for design, engineering, and construction through his program. His class gives students a glimpse into a career and technical education pathway where they are focused on practice, hands-on experience, and practical applications. Congratulations, Thomas.
The next honoree is Carrie Haley from the Atwater Elementary School District preschool program. Carrie is the lead preschool teacher at Schaefer Elementary. As an early childhood educator, Carrie knows that improving students' achievements means setting the stage to enhance learning and development in each child. She works hard to build relationships with her students and gains knowledge about their personality, learning process, and interests. Carrie works closely with the Schaefer Transitional Kindergarten and kindergarten teachers to bridge instructional practices and improve transitions as students advance into these grades. Congratulations, Carrie.
Our next honoree is Amy Valadeo from the Belico Cressy School District. Amy is a first grade teacher at Cressy Elementary and believes in building self-confidence by reminding students of their strengths and talents. In Amy's classroom, they celebrate a lot. No matter how big or small the milestone, students are always working towards making growth in grade level standards. Amy's students work hard, participate, and are excited to learn because they know she cares. Congratulations, Amy.
Our next honoree is Jenny Hunger from the PALOS-ORO LOMA Joint Unified School District. Jenny is a career technical education business teacher at PALOS High School and brings real-world experiences to the classroom. With a background in business, Jenny bases her lessons on real-life business scenarios and current events the students may read about in the news and social media. Jenny's classes have won multiple regional and statewide awards, and she has helped shape PALOS High School CTE program into one of the best in the Central Valley. Congratulations, Jenny.
Our next honoree is Ernestina Ernie Diaz from the El Nido Elementary School District. Ernie is a first grade teacher at El Nido Elementary School and believes teaching is a profession that takes dedication and flexibility. It is a wonderful feeling for Ernie to hear a student say they got it. It's a magical moment for her when the light bulb comes on and they are excited and eager to help their classmates learn it too. Ernie believes teaching is a never-ending learning experience for both students and teachers. Congratulations, Ernie.
Our next honoree is Melody Nocetti from Gustine Unified School District. Melody is an English teacher at Gustine High School that also serves as a site leader teacher and the school's yearbook advisor. Under her leadership, she and her student team have won national awards for their interactive yearbook. In the classroom, Melody believes that education is a partnership with teachers where students are actively involved in setting and accomplishing relevant and meaningful learning goals. Melody wants to empower her students and give them a voice. Congratulations, Melody.
Our next honoree is Stephanie Weddy from the Livingston Union School District. Stephanie is a science teacher at Livingston Middle School and became a teacher because she saw the impact teachers can have on a student's life. She shares her joy of science with her students through a hands-on approach. Stephanie believes that the more students can experience and engage in the coursework, the better they are able to understand and remember what they've learned. Congratulations, Stephanie.
Our next honoree is Lucia Olguin from the Merced County Office of Education, Educational Services Department. Lucia is an English and mathematics teacher at Valley Community School, Los Banos. For Lucia, teaching is about making profound connections with students that enables them to become passionate and driven to continue to learn. Her classroom management skills enable her to keep the students on task, while her personality and classroom presence ensures high-quality outcomes. Congratulations, Lucia.
Our next honoree is Lisa Weber from the Weaver Union School District. Lisa is a first grade teacher at Pioneer Elementary School and provides a caring learning environment while demonstrating mutual respect for all her students. Lisa has learned a lot in the past 19 years from other teachers, administrators, and professional development, but says she has learned the most from her students. It's important to Lisa that she instills the love of learning in young minds. It is her goal to be a hero for her students. Congratulations, Lisa.
And now, the final video vignette of the evening introduces Merced County's 2020 Teacher of the Year, Samantha Johnston. Samantha comes to us from the Merced Union High School District and is a resource specialist teacher at Independence High School. Let's get to know Samantha better through her video.
I think that Samantha was chosen as Teacher of the Year because she has an unwavering commitment to students and their success. She's willing to go the extra mile. She's willing to connect with every single student and find out exactly what they need. She's also willing to press them and have high expectations of the students so that they can move forward. I also think that she's a leader among her peers, and I'm very happy that she's been chosen and recognized for this because of her work.
Some of the qualities that make Ms. Johnston so special is that she is truly authentic. She really wants to get to know, to the heart of who her students are so that she can really help them, to achieve their highest potentials. It's really exciting when I crack open the door between our classrooms and just to see the students being themselves. I mean, they feel safe there. There's a vulnerability that we know as educators is very essential to, connection and relationship. And when you have that relationship and students feel okay to be vulnerable, then you're able to get the best out of them when it comes to education.
As a resource specialist teacher, she's in charge of making sure that every student has every need met. So she gets to know the student, adjusts curriculum if they need to. She coordinates services with the other people in our team. She basically is the #1 advocate for that student that she has as a case. Samantha, something that makes her special is that she is profoundly empathetic. I just have to say she's very deeply caring and I think committed 100% to students and to their success.
She's incredibly resilient. The students walk into her room and they know that she gets it. And that's not something that can be easily taught. She is just that ray of hope. We talk a lot about hope at our school because we never want to give up on a student, and she definitely embodies all of that and is so worthy of deserving recognition for all that she's done in her career and what she will continue to do.
I like the fact that I can possibly be a positive change in a young person's life in Merced County. What I really try to focus on is finding each student's greatness and amplifying that and recognizing that and reflecting that back to them, because I believe they can start believing that within themselves as well. So having strong relationships with student for me is key for me to even do my job. A student doesn't really care what I know until they know that I care. So building that relationship with them, it's foundation.
Samantha Johnston, I would say, is undoubtedly a passionate educator. She looks through all of what people may see and want to label a student as, and she looks to the core of who that student is and connects with them. She wants to see, the world be a better place and no kid to be left behind. I think she truly embodies when we say all means all, and education for all is every single student. And so she is a huge person, I would say, that's made an impact in our district and at our site.
I'm proud to be on an alternative ed campus. I'm proud to see them walk across the stage. I'm proud to see them meet their goals. I'm proud when they get that first job. I'm proud when they make that first resume, that smile.
What Samantha does is really special because she takes those kids who have those great teachers, the ones who aren't succeeding with great teachers, and she helps them cross that finish line. As a team here, we just feel so proud that there's recognition for that. And that to me is outstanding, and it's something that, I'm proud that she's being recognized for.
First off, I would like to say that I have no idea how to write an acceptance speech. When I got the email explaining to me that I would be giving an acceptance speech, I thought, no problem, I can wing it. More importantly, what am I gonna wear? I only wear formal wear about 2 times per year, and this is the 3rd time in a month that I've had to wear a dress. So last night it hits me. I should probably prepare a bit, jot some notes down so that I have something to keep me on track. So I go to start putting some thoughts on paper and I draw a complete blank. Oh, the horror sets in. I have the block. I haven't experienced this since college. I begin to think, what would I tell my students to do in a last-minute moment such as this? I would tell them, be prepared with notes and use whatever resources you have available to you. Aha, Google it. I have a solution. So I start typing in acceptance speech examples, and the overwhelm intensifies. There are so many examples, and so I add how to, and then I find a list of do's and don'ts. And so here are a few. First, the do's. Do thank people. Okay, I can do that. Thank you to Ms. Luker and Mr. Jolly for the nomination. Your belief in me and my abilities continue to fan my passion for helping my students meet their needs. You are always available with an open door to discuss ideas and plans to add to my students' success. Thank you for allowing me to be me. I would also like to thank the people here in Merced County Office of Education for organizing this event. Thank you to Stacy Arancibia for your patience for those of us who are reluctant in going through this process. I'm sure it's comparable to herding cats. And lastly, I would like to thank those on the committee who chose my submission as the Excellence in Education Award recipient for this year. This was truly an unexpected recognition. I never imagined that I would ever be chosen for an award such as this. There are so many great educators out there doing amazing things in their classrooms with their students. Check. Number 2, do tell a little story. Well, I'm telling you my story on how I came to write an acceptance speech, so check on that one. Now the don'ts. Number 1, don't read your speech from paper. Well, I guess I messed up on that because here are my notes. I tell my students often to make the time to write some notes that will help them. Read those notes, take those notes with you, and use those notes. I teach them that we do our best with what we have at that moment. I do my best to live by example. So I guess no check mark for that one. Number 2, don't tell people you are nervous. Well, I am so very nervous. And by the way, that is horrible advice. Sharing your feelings is an opportunity to be vulnerable and to be human. Standing here in front of the camera is not a comfortable place for most people. To be genuine with my feelings, I am not used to being in the spotlight. I am so very grateful to be here, but man, I am so very nervous and uncomfortable. So when my students don't feel comfortable presenting to me in class, I offer other accommodations. The same with turning on their video as we're doing distance learning in our current instruction. Sometimes being required to be on camera raises stress and anxiety to unmanageable levels, which, by the way, scientifically reduces the ability to learn. I understand that feeling, so I allow for flexibility. So I guess no check mark for that one either. Google didn't give me the exact answers I needed. However, it did give me some thinking points to start at, and you can tell my writing block is gone and words are appearing on the paper. I just love how our mistakes can make us human. So that brings me to the question, what is excellence in education? How does one show excellence in education? Let's break it down. Excellence, the quality of being outstanding or extremely good. Education. There are 2 definitions. 1, the process of receiving or giving systematic instruction, especially at a school or university. Or 2, an enlightening experience. I like definition number 2 much better. So, enlightening, to give someone greater knowledge about a subject or a situation. So I guess that means that excellence in education is the quality of being outstanding or extremely good at giving someone greater knowledge about a subject or a situation. Yes. Yes, I do that with my students. I do that every chance that I get. When my students come to meet with me, they leave with a little bit more something. It may be knowledge of an academic subject, or it may be acknowledgement of their feelings. I hold strong to my belief that instilling a little bit of hope in a student can go a long way in aiding their success. Be human and build relationships. It's that simple. Again, I would like to thank everyone who had a part in choosing me for this recognition. This is truly a blessing, and I would like to also thank my God for leading me into this purposeful life of helping youth. Thank you.
Congratulations to all of our honorees and county winners, and thank you for tuning into this virtual award celebration. It has been my pleasure to help host this evening's Excellence in Education Awards. Let's hear again from Dr. Tejan as we close out this year's virtual award celebration.
Thank you so much for tuning in tonight to our virtual 2020 Excellence in Education Awards, and a huge congratulations to all of our honorees. And I'd like again to thank EECU and CEO Beth Dooley for their ongoing support of this event and educators across Merced County and Central California. Thank you and good night.